This game is all about the new update for you, so you will have a lot of the best games that need to be anticipated, especially for the action game hack and slash for mobile in 2025. I really hope you all help this channel grow by tapping the like button. It's free and it's mean for me. Top 10 Best Action Hack and Slash Games Fast-Paced Combat RPG Game Mobile 2025. Crunchyroll Eternights. Probably I would tell you the best action hack and slash game RPG on mobile is this game. With an anime art style that allows the player to select so many different answers that will be results on the final storyline. The game has a very interesting story with a lot of jokes that make the game even more interesting. In fact, the game is set within the dark fantasy base, so the city is in the chaos where the mutants attack us. The combat mechanism of Eternights is, we can do so many actions to boost our power significantly. By using the perfect dodge action will increase the attack speed multiple times. Keep hitting the enemy will recharge your gauge meter for unleashing the ultimate skill. It's also the best way to break the boss barrier defense before we land a penetration attack. This is the best new anime action RPG game mobile with a very dynamic and high intensity gameplay. Fast pace is the best word to describe the action. This game is playable offline, but you need to become a member. Anyway, the game size is very big, which is 4 GB in total. Endless Dream. This is the best new action hack and slash Android game in 2025, but surely we can play the game now in a different language. But at least we know how good the gameplay mechanism is. So, the combat is a roguelike system where we can get a new ability after clearing a stage. There are 3 main characters are available to pick differently and switch up anytime while in combat, or you can try to unleash their ultimate skill as your support action. I love how the game has a pretty dynamic battle at a fast-paced level. I didn't see any special scenes while casting the ultimate, but it makes sense because we need a faster time to clear every single stage. Overall, it has a very colorful skill showcase that will spoil your eyes. Amazingly, it can handle the frame rate at stable. So we can collect the new hero through the recruiting system or by getting them after clearing a certain mission. While exploring the lobby, we can have a dialogue between the NPC. Endless Dream is the best new action RPG game for mobile 2025. Riders of Treasure Island. This game is in development, so we can't expect too much right now while the game is only doing first testing. But I can see the whole main goal and what the goal of the entire game is, so we will compete between the other players in a real time and see how we can manage to become the last man standing. There are 8 players in total, but we don't fight between the players only. There are some enemies that are waiting in a certain spot and some of them are quite aggressive in chasing us when we come closer to them. The combat mechanism of Riders of Treasure Island is, we can use a different weapon based on classes we select, like a sword, bow, staff, and 2 more classes are unlocked. Using our weapon to slash the enemies based on their roleplay style, every hero will have 2 main skills that only need a cooldown to unleash. Jumping, dash, and crouch action are available to use as a combat support. This game is the best action hack and slash game for Android and iOS. Blade of God X Orisols. Seriously, I really appreciate the game's developer to try improving the design of Battle Arena and becoming way more interesting. If you remember how the game looks in the previous version, then this is the new game's design is much better. That's about the graphic one, but right now the combat mechanism is absolutely impressive and it will easily attract the Dark Souls mobile players to play it. It's full of action. Since the prologue, we will get so many tutorials on how to use so many action. We can do a counter attack, we can dodge, switching the weapon from the light to the heavy one. But also the skill will be adjusted based on which weapons we are using. Every single action that I have mentioned will consume some stamina and energy, so maintaining it will make a huge difference result while in combat. Blade of God X Orisols is successfully delivering a top realistic action RPG games for mobile with a PC and console level on mobile platforms. League of Stickman 3 ARPG. If you notice how the game name is a Stickman but the character looks thicker and has the next level of combat. One of the best upcoming action RPG games on mobile, surely the game will release in 2025. It's been doing 2 times beta testing and I'm totally impressed with the progress. I think the game is 100% ready to be released globally. It doesn't have any single issues. The game combat mechanism has a high intensity in battle. It's super fast, especially when we slash the enemy with our sword. Anyway, every hero will have their own weapon as their representative of their characteristic. Swords, gun, knuckles are available, but it depends on which hero you are deploying. We'll face a ton of enemies at once, but all of our skills have an area of effect range, so we can hit the entire enemy at the same time. Be ready to face the boss and break his barrier first to deal the true damage. League of Stickman 3 is the best action RPG games mobile 2025. FESTIBATTLE. This new action game will come with different innovation of some combination genre of action hack and slash, arena brawl battle, and how we should play as a team. Each of the team should be played by 6 versus 6. They are all players who are able to control the hero perfectly, so we have to take the battle seriously. In-game, before we get into the combat, we can get some equipment changes like a weapon, armor, and accessories. The appearance of your character will change and adjust it based on what equipment you are wearing. In combat, there are a few actions we can do: slashing the enemy, dodge, and skill button. The skill can be used for aiming the target by dragging to a specific area and releasing the button to deal more enemies. Seriously, the game is absolutely top tier. Unfortunately, when I tried to find a player in matchmaking, it took too long. The developer need to make a wider marketing to let the player know if there is a top action hack and slash game mobile in 2025 that we call with FESTIBATTLE. Achroma Tides. Even this game has released globally on Play Store and also App Store, but I'm pretty sure only some players know this game exists. The game has a roguelike base where we can enhance the character abilities every time we are passing through the stages. Actually, the game is portrait perspective, but honestly, I prefer to play it landscape to see the enemy's location easier. Tapping the screen for attack and swiping the screen for dodging. These all are a simple movement we can do. So using one hand is enough to navigate the game entirely. We will have one ultimate skill that needs to be recharged and wait for the indicator to reach 100%. Not many things I can mention because the game has a very limited features at all. Achroma Tides is the best new anime global release 2025 for mobile. Arcane Quest Legends 2 Offline. I would love to put an offline games on this list, so my subscribers will have an option to play the action game. This game is really worth adding to this list. It's still refreshing and just a new release game. The game's graphics are absolutely brilliant and we can explore so many different worlds like a plaza, village, dungeon, and forest. It's an open world game, but sometimes we should get into the portal to teleport ourselves. The world is really wide. Seriously, we can find some food by destroying the jar, barrels, and boxes. The combat mechanism allows the player to get a new companion within 2 members in the maximum. They all will really help us in dealing some damage to the enemy. Overall, I love how the developer keep making the new sequels and making the game more engaging by making a storyline based. We can follow the hint of the main quest by seeing a small dot on the map. Arcane Quest Legends 2 is the best new action RPG offline game with a storyline. Prometheus or Ring of Fire. This game is absolutely phenomenal. I love the art style. It has their own visual artwork. I've never seen any chibi characters with such amazing looks by the game's graphic. The game has a side-scrolling perspective, but we can navigate the hero in 360 degrees, so it will give the player a chance to move freely to avoid any strike from the enemy. Right now, the developer have announced 3 main characters where they hold a different weapons of sword, katana, hammer, and staff. I'm sure you already know their classes by the weapon selections. The combat mechanism allows the player to use a basic attack to recharge the mana. It's forecasting a skill that will cost a different amount of mana. Switching 3 heroes in between will help you a lot in making an adjustment on the hero fighting style as their own roleplay. Prometheus or Ring of Fire is one of my favorite action games 2025, hack and slash game RPG. Endless Night Action RPG. We all know how this game is cancelled without any clear reason, but as a player, we all have seen so many same game has launched multiple times with a little change because the game got a new developer and publisher. I think this is the right idea to keep the game running with a better gameplay. Seriously, I love how the game looks pretty much like PGR in combat and how the UI seems so clear. The gameplay is no autoplay, so we need to master the dash button to keep surviving in combat and tap it continuously. The main character is a sword girl with her sword in her hand. I really hope in 2025, Endless Night will get any remake or reborn, and surely the player would love to play it, because we can see how many players are loving the game like Eternights and PGR as the best action combat game mobile. Bonus, Fate Extella Link. We all need to appreciate this game. Seriously, it has everything that we need to play. From the graphic, the gameplay, the voiceover, and how good the tutorial is pretty clear on explaining how to play, especially the skill combo. We all can make a different action movement by making a different pattern of action buttons. The harder the pattern we make, the stronger the skill will unleash, but I'm pretty sure you will be used to be then. This game is one of the best anime action hack and slash offline games, and for me it's turned into the #1. These all are the top action RPG games on mobile. Our team would love to say a huge appreciation to my viewers who are watching this video and leaving a like. Please help this channel grow by tapping a like button. See you on the next video. Thanks.